Sit down, you. Sit down. Oh, I see the wire. It's the placemate that is being rambunctious that the webcam is sitting on. Did I tell you to stop? I didn't tell you to stop. It makes my sound quality potentially a little crustier when there's a fan in the background. Shit chat, you said you were gonna lurk. So you sit there and you lurk, okay? That's how this works. You sit down and you lurk and you obey and you bow. But hey, welcome to the stream. Good to have you again. It's nice to have some regulars. Pays off actually not to stream at 7 AM European time. For a change, huh? Sometimes it pays off. If I had done that all along, I might have had more viewers. Hope you guys enjoyed Barbie. I hope you hear Barbie only fucking once. So I have to check if that... Hello? I'm here. Hello? My face is up here. Hello? My tits are up here. Hello, camera. Focus. Okay. I was gonna do a little intro, but I got distracted by my tits and the camera. Chat, you can actually talk. It's okay. You can unlurk, officially unlurk, if you want to. You don't have to. I'm just vibing to Barbie. This is Barbie music. I don't know why it doesn't say that. Did you get that a little... Because I don't think I have that on my end. I don't hear it on my end. But I think I saw the bar move quickly in the corner of my eye. What about the chat itself, though? Also still works. Well, that was the stream. We had a nice tryout. Everything still works, confirmed. Ever since the heat wave, I've been up very early, like, I think like 3 AM. Around that time. And this is almost 12 hours later, so if I look a little fucking scuffed, that's loud. This is really loud for me. This video looks like a close-up of a dickhead. Let me show you. It shouldn't be against TOS, but yeah. This is like a macro close-up of a giant's dickhead. Sorry, that just had to be said. It did look like that, didn't it? That was so I mean, maybe my brain is fucked. I mean, I'll be the first to admit it. I was gonna do a short intro. Today's content has been in the making for years, technically. Because I'm gonna jump right into the middle of the main story quest for one of my tunes in Final Fantasy XIV that has been crawling towards this point for years. Because I was unsubscribed for extended periods of time, and when I'm subscribed, fucking last thing I'll usually do is do any fucking main story quests on alts or anything. Yeah, I'm gonna try and explain this timey-wimey bullshit, because I feel like that's kind of needed as an introduction to why I'm streaming this specific thing. Maybe it's not needed and I should just shut the fuck up and get to it. But I prefer to yap over gaming. That's why I'm a fucking streamer and not just gaming and not streaming. Alright? So there was some miscellaneous content here for the first 2 years of the stream. And then was main story content. That was a bit arbitrary. It was a bit of Shadowbringer stuff. And then on the character that we're playing as today, Shadowbringers being like the expansion that I'm gonna wrap up today, or not today, but like in the coming streams. Yeah, this character we're gonna play as. He went through all this Shadowbringer shit, and now he's like post the main story of that expansion. But that was not important at the time. What I did care about a little bit was that I tried to do some Let's Play on my other character for the next expansion chronologically. So there's like a skip between this. If you just look at the story, there's a skip between this and this. This was this expansion, like the middle of it, and the start of the next one on another character that I don't even know how he got there. He crawled there, I guess. Don't know if he used skips or not. This was in 2024. This date is lying, because this is when the Twitch nuke happened and I had to export all my VODs. Yeah. Long story short, I'm gonna catch up on this character and then go through this shit with him. And then I'll continue again on this character who is still here in part 5. It's like I said, timey-wimey fucking bullshit. And sorry to waste so much time in explaining that. It will make sense afterwards, because what I'm going to do is disentangle this timeline, right? Because I'm not going to say, hey, watch those parts from years ago. No, it's going to be more seamless. Alright, guys. I'm very serious right now. I'm so serious right now. I'm so serious right now, bro. Bro, I'm so serious right now, man. I'm so gonna game hard now. I'm so gonna game hard. So going to game now. This is the wrong music. That's Jurassic Park music. This is Final Fantasy XIV music. Alright, hi YouTube. This is the beginning of my stream. And I just automatically summoned my Chocobo somehow. That must be another Evercold beta feature. Why am I chat walking? Just run already. That much beef is not meant to chat walk. Can we... Okay, so what was I doing? Introducing 5.4 content of Shadowbringers on my Midlander, who started out as a mechanist, but currently caught up to be a dancer, because I prefer that. I always forget other jobs and how to play them. Also need to delete this, yeah. I may need to go to an inn and check the previous cutscene, because I have no idea what happened in the first cutscene. I know there was one cutscene that I just played before. I think we're here. Look at this. This is where we are. And I thought we were pretty far into the game, but on this character. But no, this is where we are. Only the first half of quests. She wastes no time apprising you of recent events. It would seem the fighting... Hey guys, do you guys know Final Fantasy XIV? About anything like Science of the Seventh Dawn and the Waking Sands and the Warrior of Light stuff? You guys know anything about that? Do you guys want to have like a 4-hour thesis on the world and the characters or something? Or are we just gonna fucking YOLO this shit and see what we understand? Okay. We were isekai'd, okay, for this expansion, the Shadowbringers one. And we came back to this dimension and we took our friends with us. We saved the other world from the flood of light, and we saved that world from crashing into ours or something like that. Merging with it like it's a farm merge game. Farm Merge Valley. I didn't say farm merge game. That's a very specific type of game. It's just a merge game, right? Let's have a look. You guys want the abbreviated version? It starts here on YouTube. So this is still the guys in the other world.
All right then. Pray proceed as instructed. Begin.
That's not very loud. So they're transporting their souls back to the main world here. With the help of the little flying piggy, because it wouldn't be a Japanese game without quirky anime mascots. Yeah, that's what happened.
The first step is complete.
Because their bodies here are not their own bodies, they just inhabit the fucking bodies of some lookalikes.
Well, that just leaves our soul.
Very convenient. That is a fairy creature or something that has some kind of experimental knowledge of how to do all this.
We're in your hands, Angelo.
And the porky thing is her familiar, or their familiar. I think they're called fae folk, not fairies. What happened to their bodies? Yeah, she's wondering the same.
The vessels have received of both their memories and their souls.
Alright.
I hereby entrust them to your care. They belong to you now. Just be sure.
I know just where to shove them. Am I right? Maybe I should keep them like that. They're kind of cute.
Won't it?
Do a lot less yapping in that form too.
Well, our theories have held thus far. But I make no promises about what is to come. Even the greatest mages...
So we're transporting a soul back to the real world. Well, our world, right?
Unknown territory.
Okay, let's skip this a little bit.
Prepare as we might, we cannot account for all possible...
For them, it's like a one-way thing. I think we can sort of travel back and forth freely because plot reasons. Main character.
Let us pray and will our friends home.
Yep. Her eyes are kind of weird.
Until I know they're safe.
Kind of like cute manga girl eyes in some kind of
All safely stowed
dark
away.
crystal creature.
I do hope so. All that remains then is to step into the mirror. Go now, and safe travels.
This is Mother Ogra in her younger years. That makes sense to anyone. La la la. I hope my ass is not too thick for that portal. For that interdimensional portal. Oh my god, the fucking the neckline shows a lot from that angle. In that light. So that was my thick booty going through the portal back to the original world. Now we go to the second cutscene, I think, where they wake up in Eorzea. It's our world. These are our adventurer mercenary guild friends. Really, what are the signs of the Seventh Dawn? Is there a point to me explaining any of this? I don't think it makes sense to people that have no idea what the oh my fucking god, that wreck. I don't know if these proportions are exactly as I imagine it, or if it's just some default template that I applied to him without testing it. I think it's also the shirt that makes it tighter and bulkier looking. You know what? That would go hard in the thumbnail. I'm not gonna lie. Probably gonna put that in the thumbnail. Anything booba. I know it works for the Highlander though. As you can see from my cleavage, that they used in the game as well, because they borrowed my image for the game. Oh please, don't show off your crotch like that, bro. These cutscenes are a little bit sus. Automatically. Please, at least keep your clothes on, bro. I hope there's no scene where he's like in his underwear, because you know what would happen then? There would not be any underwear. Probably. Just have a feeling there wouldn't be. Yeah, that neckline fucking annoys me. I don't know how to fix that. I'll look into it at some point. But there's just a chance we have to live with that. The head looking attached a bit. So his friends wake up.
Did it?
And they're covered in their own shit. Because they've been in a coma for years. Thancred, you don't need to show your feet. That's a little sus, if you ask me.
We're home.
Oh, you're back. You're back. You're all back.
I don't know who she is. She works there. She works with you guys. That's a nice tank top.
Thank you.
She has nice pecs. That's what you call those, right? She's got pretty big pecs, honestly,
I've never felt
for her width.
That said,
Zach tried to identify a woman
any of
challenge.
us will be fit to travel for some while. May we leave the rest to you?
It's a miracle they can physically get up.
The vessel beareth our comrade's blood. With it in thy possession, the way will surely open before thee.
That is a whole fucking side story about how the original body of that guy is in a crystal tower.
But you've only just got here.
And it can only be opened with Allagan, if you have Allagan blood. And he did, he's a descendant of the Allagan Empire. And he's sealed away in the tower.
Might I trouble you?
And his soul was in the other world. And now we bring back the soul to this world and we fuse it with the body in the tower. Did I explain it correctly for anyone that knows what the fuck this is about? Let me know in the comments. I hope my chat gets it, because that's the one I'm trying to explain this to. Okay, so the next cutscene, are we gonna get the Catboy back from the Crystal Tower or what? I still feel like there was a cutscene between this quest and the one I'm doing now.
My friend, and it stretches onto places beyond imagining.
So he's now in the Crystal Tower, right? To
Every step, these
pry free the Catboy from his confines.
And faint.
And then stuff that soul from the other world into him, along with all the memories from that timeline and world.
Forget the faces
and so on and so on.
Of those
And
you have met.
Guess what? It works. It will work too. Because that fucker has plot armor.
I bid you remember this.
What's that? Is that the Asm crystal?
No matter how far your journey may take you, you stand where you stand by virtue of the road you walked to get there.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what the fucking Asm crystal was. Some reincarnation shit.
For in times of hardship, when you fear you cannot go on, the joy you have known, the pain you have felt, the prayers you have whispered and answered, they shall ever be your strength and your comfort.
What about my pecs? I feel like that's a lot of strength too in those. Don't need the prayers when you got pecs that can crush a beer bottle. Why would you crush a beer bottle that would fucking shatter in 3 packs? Where you can crush the crate it came in. Alright, so we're freeing the... I don't even know... I don't even think I've seen this cutscene.
I believe.
I skipped it, I think. Yeah.
Memories end.
And now I'm not, so don't get mad at me. Beautiful. So is he free now? Is he back? What's his name? I always forget it. Oh, Graha, yeah. He's always the one that I forget. Or takes me longer. So a couple of days later, everyone's chipper. I may have to increase the audio of the voices. I may have to do that. Because this is clearly not set up for streaming. This is my favorite cutscene just because Alice looks bored. Just like I am all the time from this game. Yep. I remember this cutscene.
Are you alright? Do you still feel under the weather?
Physically, I couldn't be better. Thanks to Kryle's ministrations, I'm already looking forward to our next fight. But seriously, don't you have anything to say about that?
What? What? That they're still... What do you mean? About Ishtula? Still being alive despite everything? Oh, they're doing their Final Fantasy badass posing? They're just fucking posing now. Yeah, look, I appreciate they made animations.
Impressive than our garments. You've outdone yourself, Tataru.
Oh, they got new weapons.
To give credit where it's due, I had help from a certain fiery pixie who visited me in my dreams.
Oh,
they gave me all the information I
Stop
needed
with these throwbacks. I need to explain something to my
for your weapons, though. I
current live audience every second.
Thankfully, our favorite heads of state were happy
Things
to
I
pay
barely recall myself.
my
Do you know how hard it is? Fairy,
and
fiery
speaking of the
fairy.
Alliance leaders, they all express their unreserved elation at your safe return and promise to come and see you in person as soon as they can.
Right.
They really needn't have gone to such trouble. But we'll be keeping these gifts.
Yeah, we're kind of popular in this world
Pass on our gratitude.
because we fought off an evil empire and stuff, and defeated primal fake gods. What is your issue again, other than that you're bored of this
I
cutscene?
realise we haven't taken up new martial arts, nor have I ever been one to set much store by appearances. But I can't help feeling a certain lack of, I don't know, personal development.
Alright. Why are you bitching about that? Other people seem to be pretty happy.
But as you observed, the others had the more pressing need. Rest assured, our turn will...
Oh, she's feeling left out. She didn't get a weapon. Yeah, I was actually not getting it. I was just distracted by her animations. That are very memorable. So the others get new weapons and she's like, you have nothing to say about it. I'm not getting anything because I'm very important too.
Existence. I need a bite to eat.
So that's another Lalafell that works there. And that's all I know about them. About this one and Tataru. They work there. But the mercenaries. Yeah, I'm calling it mercenaries. How else am I gonna explain this? Heroes. Heroes. Alright, they're back to emoting.
By Mistress Kryle's exhausted state, may I assume that the ward hath been restored?
Why
Indeed.
does my neck look fine
We
now?
succeeded in weaving it anew, albeit at a slightly diminished potency than when I had Becklug's assistance.
That's the guy we
No
freed.
cause for concern, though. The tower is not easily reached, never mind breached. And even should some few succeed, their presence won't escape.
They sealed the tower back up because that has a lot of ancient technology and other shit in it. You don't want people to have access
Thou
to.
art free to go wheresoever thy fancy taketh thee.
And they also fixed up
Hast thou perchance come to a
the
decision?
Catboy in his old body with the mind and soul from the future timeline that went to the other dimension and now traveled back,
If you're certain that's what...
and so on.
I mean, if you think I...
And now he's everyone's favorite. Oh, Graha. Didn't I already pick an answer for this because this is a memory? Oh, you. Oh, you. What did he even say? I'm just gonna react with, oh, you. Oh, my neck. I never noticed the neck issue, by the way. Until the cutscenes.
Right. I accept. Henceforth, I shall count myself...
It might just be the shirt. If I take off the shirt, I think it might be,
At
okay.
your service.
And hold pose.
When I was a boy, many long
That's
years
Graha talking.
I yearned to stand tall as the heroes of Eld.
And oh, la, 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 la. He said the words of the lyrics of the theme song of the
My
expansion.
every attempt to reprise their deeds fell short.
Because you are short. And Shorty should sit down. We have to fight some cunt monglers. Some random level 2 cunt monglers are attacking the settlement. Oh, it's hippogriffs. Whatever.
I could do with a little rampage myself.
Oh, is that her weapon? Does she have a new weapon now? I kind of missed that. Does she even need a weapon?
Here we go again.
I thought I'd be playing the game. I forgot how fucking long these cutscenes. I should have known these cutscenes are all there is to the post-expansion content. That's all there is.
I will join the fray.
Tea drinking
When I
animation.
finished my tea.
Thus
Oh.
did the Avatar.
Oh! Who the fuck let him down the rabbit hole?
But tears and ash.
Sorry about that. That's a deep cut. Brandon Rogers, everyone. I'm gonna shit on your dreams!
And then, one day, an all but forgotten dream from my youth stood before me. In the flesh.
Yeah, I'm fucking 12 feet tall. And with a new hat sewn onto his body. I'm gonna see if I don't wear the shirt, if I still got that neckline. Very curious about that. Weird bug is that weird bug with you know, with this beta version I'm testing of Evercold. Yeah, before I play cutscene 5, I'm gonna take off my shirt. If the issues kind of maybe not persist, it's sort of vague. Maybe it's less obvious. I'm not even sure if this is how I meant for my body to look. But that's something I'll fix another time, right? So we go back to the next part. Here we go. And I think he'll be wearing... Well, he will be wearing nothing there either, I guess. I would take off the pants, but I'm very concerned with what would show then.
It was that a new adventure began.
And here we have Xenos. And I cannot tell you much about Xenos because I didn't pay attention to him. He's just a big villain. He's a big, meanie psychopath thing. He's not that important, honestly.
The memory of a dying world's end. Night after night. And I thought it but a tired old dream.
He's a bit apathetic. That's why he does crazy stuff. It's kind of like... a bit like me.
I say. I knew that securing the palace would provide your radiance with depressingly little sport, but that you should fall asleep out of boredom.
No, this cutscene is not it either.
Truly splendid. And my own preparations, you will be pleased to hear, proceed apace.
Most of this is just some foreshadowing of stuff that we'll see in Endwalker.
Oh yes, they proceed very well.
Ooh, everything is proceeding.
And we owe it
All the evil things that are going to happen and unfold.
With the Populares now all but destroyed, it will be the simplest of tasks to discredit their groundless assertions that I met with a grisly end.
Right, because he's like, he's not actually this person, he's an immortal being possessing this guy.
Lord of House Brutus, I have a vast fortune at my disposal. Ah, money! Money, money, the
Here he does a little cabaret impression.
There is simply no better way to move men and expedite plans than with its alluring glint. Would you not agree?
He doesn't actually ever use his money for anything. Or maybe he does because they're like building towers to bring about the apocalypse or something. Yeah, Xenos doesn't give a shit. He's kind of... I guess he's the heir of that empire. After it collapsed.
Familiarity cause you distress, I beg your forgiveness.
No, he doesn't actually recognize the original version.
What did you say your name was?
He doesn't even recognize the guy the body belongs to.
Oh, a dagger through my heart, that my deepest desire should forever remain unfulfilled, to live unrecognized, to die forgotten. Oh.
They kind of had to play up the camp for this, because the villains are not as cool as than originally, so they just made them camp.
It serves only as a...
They're not as cool as Emmett Selk, who was also camp but was also interesting, and then we killed him because they had to replace him with
only to advance my lord.
Follow-up queens. So no bare-chested men in this cutscene.
Palace in our hands, we may now proceed with the next phase of the plan.
The plan is planning.
But how very odd. Despite all our havoc-wreaking, old Elidibus did not deign to appear. Dare I hope?
Because we also killed that guy. That is another thing I did. You guys want me to play through the whole game so you actually know what's going on? It's not gonna happen, by the way. You're gonna see it out of order a little bit. Yeah, this guy was always a little unstable.
No more by the shackles of mouldering memories of damnable duty, free at last to live for the moment.
So technically he's like the reincarnation of a villain you fought in this game already, but when they introduced him here, they clearly had like a whole new soap opera line planned out for him, and they gave him like a different personality altogether.
Your hunting ground.
They kind of make him Joker coded, you know, just made him fucking Joker. A bunch of Jokers.
Was a foul beast.
What? Who's the beast?
Ferocious, ravenous, remorseless.
Who's that? What are you talking about? Oh.
Do as you will.
He's talking about me, like the Warrior of Light. He doesn't give a shit. That's what you get with clinical depression. Don't do clinical depression, everyone. Because you got this guy coming up to say, I'm a walking corpse.
Too long, my friend. And insufferably dull in your absence.
God, he's so hung up on us.
When you return to me, you will share everything. Every blow will be a...
You should just subscribe to the Warrior of Light's Kofi already. She's such a fucking simp. He's like, I just want to fight you because I have nobody else to fight that's a worthy opponent, and yeah, he's just on his own little world. Whatever the other guy said, it kind of went by him, I think.
To reprise that transcendent moment, I will set this world ablaze, and we shall die.
He's just saying, I'm gonna be an asshole just so you have to fight me. Deep story, guys. It's very deep. And meanwhile, the other guy is like, yeah, I just want to destroy the world because I'm insane.
The flames of the apocalypse.
So they have sort of found each other in this. Love wins, I guess. Then they say Pride Month is over.
Shall the hero set forth for the final chapter in the tale of this star?
Yeah, that was a beautiful cutscene, but where were my titties? Yeah, this pisses me off, and you know why? Because this is still not the cutscene I wanted to show you. This is the previous patch. This is all like 5.3, and I wanted to show you 5.4. I don't know where 5.4 cutscene went. There was one, and I missed it. I might have to complete this. Oh my fucking god. It's for this quest, and it's not completed yet, so it did not appear in the book. That's what happened. It was actually a boring cutscene, and none of it had actually much to do with this. But for completionist sake, I say I would get 5.4 in live content format, and let's get that sorted right now. Yep. Now it unlocked. The other ones we've already seen from this quest.
Well, my friends, now that we have all settled back into our bodies, it is time we resumed our duties.
Normal sentence. A normal sentence for Final Fantasy stuff, right? Elfinord. Unfortunately for you, you're back in that body. I would have preferred, if I were him, I would have preferred to be Thancred.
To pay a visit to Garlemald to ascertain the truth.
Be a little taller. Actually, he should become tall, but like lanky, because these elves just like... They kind of like become like that, you see? Kind of lanky with long necks. Kind of become like giraffes. Apologies to people that like these guys. I mean, they're kind of got some elegance to them. Not elegance, Graha. Stay out of it. Didn't say anything about elegance. Shut up, Graha. But, you know, it's an acquired taste. I personally think they look like Lanky Kong. I think they look like Lanky Kong. I look majestic there? I do. That's the only acceptable way to be tall. To have a massive rack and thick orc shoulders. That give you a slight hunch. Just an ever so slight hunch just from the sheer beef that presses forward your neck. That's all. Because you're tall enough anyway, you don't need to stretch out more. You can't afford to have a bit of a hunch. That's the only way that's acceptable to be tall. Ever since the Emperor's death, it's been one unsettling rumor after another. Ever since the Emperor's death, it's been one unsettling rumor after another. I have a mind to pay a visit to Garlemald to ascertain the truth of the matter. Garlemald's the name of the evil empire we fought off in the previous expansion, Stormblood.
Of the threat, not least if it should prove that Xenos doth indeed orchestrate events from the shadows.
Wait, was there voice acting all along? Am I just like fucking voice acting after they did it professionally already? That means it's time for me. That means it's time for me to ascend to the heavens and never fucking stream again, because I'm really losing my mind. At least to wrap it up soon.
In light of which possibility, I shall accompany thee on thy mission.
Yeah, he has a speech impediment. He can only speak like in Shakespearean. And I really struggle. It's not that I struggle to understand it. I struggle to pay attention to it because it's just dry. That is the lore you should know here.
Thou shalt find me more a help than a hindrance.
Oh, they're going to infiltrate.
Requirest another to imbue thine ammunition.
The Empire to see what happened since it was started collapsing from within because of Ascian machinations. Ascians being the immortal beings that oppose the goddess of this world for reasons that we're going to find out. I think we're going to find out. Haven't found out yet quite. Yeah. I don't know how much we have found out actually. But not everything. That's for sure.
Assuming that's settled, there's something I've been meaning to look into as well.
By the way, this is not the guy... Again, the guy that I am in my PNG tuber is not the guy that's standing there in the cutscene right now. But once I catch up to that point in about 5 years, where I was last time, I will pick up on the Let's Play on the Highlander that you can now see spread his cleavage for you in the corner. Yeah? By the way, I feel like I should be bigger, but... I feel like I should be a bit bigger. I don't like being too small. I feel like I just should be a bit bigger here. Yeah, it's like I'm here now, except... You know what, I feel like I should actually fill up the whole fucking screen. But that might be a little... Oh yeah, I don't have legs. That's the problem, isn't it? Hey guys, how are you doing? I'm just here. Photobombing. There we go. It's our friend.
Lise.
Lisa. Not Lise. Why are you pronouncing it like that? It's Lice. Because she's a little louse. And she doesn't want to go away. She keeps coming back. She is in charge of Alamigo, which was a province that was invaded by the Empire. And she led the resistance there at some point. Oh god. And we left her there because she was boring. Yeah, that's the reason. We left her there in charge of that after we repelled the Empire from her province or region. Because nobody wanted her to stick around. She wasn't popular. Like, the players just didn't want her to stick around. I'm pretty sure that's the main reason. That's the real reason. Is it the story reason? Story-wise, they just said, no, she is so nice. She's so charismatic. She's a great leader. No, I know what you mean. You mean, like, we want to get rid of her, so we keep her confined. Right? You're now a leader of a desert region that will not be relevant again. But now she's back for, like, the 3 people that liked her. I have no issue with her, personally. I think she's a monk.
You're fine now, right? No more headaches or keeling over?
Her voice is kind of posh.
That's right. We're fighting fit and raring to go.
Yeah, the last time they saw these characters, that Lice, I'm gonna call her Lice, I'm sorry. If you want to call her Liz, don't write it like that. Write L-Y-S-S, not well L-Y-S-E. It's Lice at this point. Licey even, if you ask me. Sorry for being fucking distracted by this. Yeah, last time they saw each other, they were at some kind of convention on deciding the future of Alamigo or discussing war plans or something. And these guys fainted because the Catboys summoned their souls to the other world, to the Isekai. They got Isekai'd straight from their bodies into their alternate Isekai world bodies. And that's how it all began, the Shadowbringer shit. But now they're back in the original bodies, and she referenced the fact that they had their souls pulled out of them. I am genuinely surprised I know any of this. I'd be even more surprised if it's accurate. Right. Smiling and standing around, and oh my goodness, that's the only acceptable shot there.
Hexed. Former scion and hero of the Allagains resistance.
Her name was Hexed? What? The fuck kind of name is that? That's a weird fucking name.
I believe we've met.
And my name is like Zakking or Brocast. Like, I've had some pretty complex names.
Really? It's so easy to assume that all Archons are acquainted.
But then I suppose your fields of expertise are rather different.
I didn't know she was an Archon. That's some kind of sage. What do you call that? A scholar. She's also a scholar. But not like in the job sense. But like, not like in the class sense, right? She's a scholar in the sense that she studied somewhere in this town where you can get your scholarship. You can become scholarized. Called Shalian. We'll be going there again. Because I went there for the previous Let's Play. Yeah, we'll go there very soon. In about 2 years at this rate.
I have read much and more.
Much and more, little and less. There you go.
Finally make your acquaintance.
The yoinky sploinky of this fucking universe. Much and more.
Likewise, the others told me all about you.
Okay.
Do not be so sure. Words scarcely do justice to the vital role he played in our victory in the first. A more dependable comrade one would be hard-pressed to find.
Oh, get that catboy dick out of your mouth. Oh, he liked that, huh?
Oh, right. I did glance at the report. But I'd be lying if I said I understood half of it.
She is you. She is you, guys, who missed out on the entire fucking backstory of Shadowbringers. I like the entire previous expansion. Maybe they will recap it. I doubt it. No, this is me explaining it. I'm Elfino right now. And explaining it and just gesticulating to you guys.
Well, that's...
Teabagging you guys. Oh wait, that's not what it's called.
Just to be clear, this means we're not heading for another calamity, does it?
Her face is so smooth. Is there something wrong with my graphics? I feel like she needs some pores.
Shorn of their unsundered master's leadership, what Ascians remain shall struggle to see their plans to fruition.
But that's a hopeful thing. Yeah, the Unsundered is, let's explain that as like the worlds used to be all one big world before they became different versions of it. And the version we went to was one of those sundered versions of this world. There's a bit of a crucial bit of lore there that will be important, actually. It has been important for a while now. But not for this stream. Not our problem now. So there were also ancient beings that were orchestrating the course of history and trying to rejoin the worlds by destroying or at least causing calamity, so to speak, apocalyptic events in these different versions of our world, trying to rejoin it by destroying the other realms. Yeah, it's very... They would have had an easy time if I had been around, because I can destroy a multiverse with a single step. Yeah, this is where the sound effect comes in. Hold on.
And though I would ever advise caution, I believe we may rest easy for a time.
You guys hear it this time? So there were unsundered ancients and there are sundered ancients that were split up with the rest of the world at the time that it was split up into different parts. Yeah, and then the ones that did not get sundered ended up orchestrating most of the events, but the ones that were sundered were kind of like their lackeys. But the crazy guy we saw just now is one of the guys that got sundered, because the other ones are all dead. We all killed those. And he was like, no, I have my own goals. I'm just gonna destroy shit and cause trouble. That's what I think his plan is. Like, he was held back by the original evil ancients, because at least they had some kind of goal that was noble in their mind, to reunite the world and restore the ancient civilizations. Well, this guy never cared about that. And instead he's just causing mayhem, like a crazy Joker. Wow, what a crazy motherfucker that is, huh? Wow. You crazy son of a bitch, you. Anyway.
I'll take that as a yes.
He's only going to try and destroy the world and come a long way doing so. Or at least we're led to believe. It's not like we actually see that. But Urianger, the astrologian elf, just seems to think, nah, they can't do much harm. The original masters are gone. They themselves cannot do much harm. And he's gonna be so fucking wrong. Because the next expansion happens because of this fucking clown, this Joker. Fandaniel. Fandaniel? I'm so fucking bad with the names. Anything in Endwalkers is a haze for me. I don't know about this business of Heidelin, the goddess of this world, and Zodiark, her antagonist, being primals. Yeah, those are summons. Those are not like real gods. They are summoned and stitched together from ether energy. I don't even think there are real gods in this world, other than the guy that is standing over there. You ask me, that's the real god.
A difficult truth to bear, yes. But at last we understand the nature of our adversary. And if there are no further calamities, neither will there be rejoinings, meaning Zodiark will never regain his full strength.
Kind of forgot why Zodiark regains his full strength when there are rejoinings. That's probably something we're gonna find out when I replay another expansion at one point.
Even so, as the oldest and mightiest of primals, he remains a force to be feared.
We'll end up fighting him. If we get around to it.
Though his is a power born of the desire for salvation, we have seen the havoc it may wreak. And it falls to us to ensure that it is never again brought to bear upon this star.
I don't actually recall what havoc he wreaked. I don't know. Wreaked? What's the past tense of that? That's the real question. These look like fertility deities, but that's Heidelin and Zodiark in caveman paintings or something.
To what do we owe the pleasure of your visit?
Liz.
What do you mean? Isn't seeing my long-lost comrades reason enough? Alright, there was one other matter. I have a message from the Alliance, and before you ask, yes, it's about the Empire.
The Alliance, the Orsian Alliance of the 3 city-states, and I guess Alamigo. Hi, Moon Lantern. Welcome to the lore dump stream, where I poorly tried to recount Final Fantasy XIV lore. Out of order as well. Completely out of order. Because this cutscene came before the one we just watched.
Assassination, it seems his cousin Nerva made a bid for the throne.
This is new information to me. This is new information to me.
The trouble is, he wasn't the only one with designs on it, and it didn't take
I don't like that I'm in front of her
war to
ass.
break out.
Like my
And
PNG.
it's not just in the provinces. Early reports say huge swathes of the Imperial capital have been reduced to rubble.
Right, so there was an attempt to take over as the power structure collapsed of the Empire. Okay. Civil War. Imperial capital have been reduced to rubble in the Civil War. So this a power vacuum basically caused a lot of mess.
The Alliance will soon convene in Alamigo.
Well, as it happens, Urianger and I were just this moment planning a little trip to Garlemald. And we should be grateful for any advice the Alliance can provide on how best to make the most of our visit.
His voice sounds too posh because he's like kind of a tough guy. He's a tank in this expansion, but he was originally a rogue. And he still has like some stealth missions. So I think he should have a rogue set, right? He should have the rogue accent. He should talk like that. That's, you know, that's the only lore you should care about, that I tower over the rest of them. That's very fair.
To Alamigo, then.
Not for us, because we're going to Aziz La, as you've just seen, if you were here for that. Or if, as you will see, if you're on YouTube, because I'm gonna restitch this together into some fucking chimera of a VOD.
Why don't you go on without me? There's something I need to look into.
There we go.
Oh, forgive me. You were just telling us. What is it, if I may ask?
That braid being so facing the camera offends me.
I want to find a way to cure the tempered.
He has a ring there that's the exact same color as his hair. Why are they gray? They're supposed to be young. Why are they gray hair?
The treatment you use to help.
Why are so many of the Scions gray haired? I still don't know. Here we talk again. We already talked about this topic. I'm not gonna do it. We're gonna uncorrupt some people that were affected by the primals, using the methods we learned to uncorrupt someone corrupted by the light, Ether, in the other world, in the Isekai.
I'm sorry.
Big guy in blue jeans, big bulge, big titties.
Everything.
Basically.
Alizé, consider yourself uninvited. Go and find us this cure.
I'll do my best.
Consider yourself uninvited. Sorry, that was a weird voice.
I was hoping
delivery.
you might join me. Don't worry if not, though.
Not for mine. That was exactly what she sounded like to me.
A stuffy meeting.
What meeting? Lead on. Yeah, I'm gonna follow you because I already know I don't get a choice. Choices don't matter.
I knew you'd say yes.
I'll come too. If
I didn't
you
say
don't
anything.
Mind,
I just silently nodded. When are they gonna give me a voice in this game? I could voice him. I could voice the wall. Oh wait, that wouldn't work when it's a fucking potato.
I'm sure they would be glad of your company. Pray.
I'd like to think. No, they gave some of the Lalafell really deep voices. Yeah, no, that would work. They would just. It's too bad if it's a woman that just get the same voice. Hey, gotta get on with the times.
No, that's not. I mean, I simply thought my knowledge might be of some use.
He is the fucking simp of our wall, and he just got clocked for it. Speaking of the Simpsons, what are those emoji? Moon lantern. Is that me yapping? Is that dog me yapping? Godspeed, everyone. Godspeed, everyone. I accomplished so much with science. It's implied I say things by gesticulating. So that's the cutscene. That is the cutscene that we missed. And now we've come full circle, guys. Why does my ass hurt so much? Surely it has nothing to do with that aura that was just poking his horns into me. Okay, so we're gonna go here. How do you guys like my explanations so far? Are they useful at all, or should I not even bother? Because people on YouTube that have ever seen it, if they ever watch it there, they're probably gonna know already what I'm talking about, and they're gonna just bitch at me for getting it wrong. Because I don't know every fucking detail from this story that I've played through in bits and pieces over the years. Yeah, you're gonna be angry at me for that. Alright, next cutscene, guys. I forgot what a cutscene simulator this is. How could I forget that? It's what I hate about it. I still haven't increased the volume of the voices, did I? When I set out to save... Oh, do not automatically proceed with this. When I set out to save Helric, I think Gabu was always at the back of my mind. These are victims of the primals, and Gabu was like a little kobold thing, a little critter that was also brainwashed, and in the absence of the primals, I think they just become like soulless husks. Without the primals that corrupt their soul and control them, you know, with the primals out of the way, I don't think that their victims still are like in any way viable, normally speaking. Having proved that the light corrupted are not lost, I'm convinced that the same must be true for the tempered. So of the tempered, this is something she learned in the other world, because there was like a flood of light that corrupted people that got, I don't know, exposed to it too much, and they turned into monsters, and they got fixed. One of them got fixed or something, and now they want to fix the people in this world that got corrupted by some elemental overdose. Did I get that right? Similar to those corrupted by the Sin Eaters, the ether of Gabu's soul has been rendered stagnant. Yet there is some kind of in-game logic to that, in-universe logic to that, right? And though the root cause is different, perhaps the solution is the same. Ether is like their life force. I'm just gonna call it that. Or energy, basically. It is by no means an unreasonable hypothesis, Alice, and it warrants full investigation. That's how I sound when I try to be... I actually didn't realize who was talking. Then I realized, hey, that sounds kind of posh and gay, so that's perfect for Graha. If there's even a chance we can save Gabu, we have to try, but however much I'd like to race over to Limsa and set to work, there's no room for recklessness. Not when a child's life is at stake. You realize the child is just a creature, right? It's something you would kill if you saw it in the wild. I cannot tell it's a child. He was kind of cute, though. He was kind of cute. As I'm sure Beck Luck would remind us, we still know little and less, which is the opposite of much and more. By the way, one of their stock expressions, like they talk like in the fucking Odyssey. They're in a work of Homer here. Much and more, little and less. With their fucking fixed shit. Rose-fingered buttholes. We still know little and less about the soul. Any number of things could go wrong if we don't exercise due caution. Right, and you're actually gonna take this safely. We should learn all we possibly can about tempering. Oh, look! Oh, right, this is because it's happening in real time, for sure. God, I'm hulking. I'm the fucking Titan myself. I could temper a bunch of kobolds. Look at that fucking build. Holy shit, that's hulking, man. I might have overdone it a little bit with the back muscles. Got a bit orcish here, but hey, you know what? Look, Tarogar. Look, Tarogar! Everyone. There's one problem. Research into the condition has long since ground to a halt. Okay, we don't know a lot. Here comes my twink voice. I imagine him to sound exactly like Fredrik Knudsen, if you know what it is. Not of the modern scholars, perhaps, but what of their ancient counterparts? I know the Allagains. He goes again with his family ancestry, trying to flaunt it. Yes, you and your Allagains. I know the Allagains took a more than passing interest in the subject. Let's go down the rabbit hole of the Allagains. Moo! The gay little Allagains. And if what we seek is to be found anywhere, I would surely be at the etherochemical research facility from 2 expansions before this one, where you fought the Pope. I don't even know. Something major. Either I don't think you fought the Bishop there. I think you fought Anastian there. I think you fought La Habrea there. But I'm not sure. Because I don't replay dungeons that I don't need to do again. Where they experimented on primals and the worshippers, yes. I've never actually been there myself, but I did read the reports on Aziz Law. We'll be needing an airship. Oh yeah, it's in the sky. Yeah, it's in the sky. Like me. You could just, like, ask for a lift. You know, because I'm very big. My comms give essential knowledge about the lore. Okay, Pen, you're telling me you have... you're like a blank slate when it comes to the lore, right? So, you are a good example of someone that I'm trying to elucidate to the best of my crusty abilities as someone who actually skipped a fuck ton of cutscenes and played some of this stuff years ago. And it's actually coming across some of the points I'm making. So I don't know too much about what they did in this research facility because, again, it was post-expansion content, and I already said before, I don't pay too much attention to that. Was it even post-expansion? I don't even know. Hey, guys, we're gonna find out because I have another character lined up for that expansion. That was my favorite expansion, actually. But I played it so long ago, only once, so I really don't know every detail. So anyway, it's a research facility. We're gonna find out whatever we can on curing this corrupted little creature that is like from a tribe that would worship these gods out of ether, but the gods that they would create that way were corrupting and evil. So they want to even, and they were like more like, what can I say? Manifestations of what they believed in, but at the same time you would end up creating some creature that only devoured more ether and turned everyone into their slaves. So it's kind of like you and me, except you don't need to create me. I'm already here. But the more you worship me, the more you get corrupted by me, and the more you come under my spell. That part they actually have in common. I can tell you right away, whatever bullshit they find out about curing the victims of those primals, it won't work on you guys. It's irreversible. I made sure of that. There's no... The tempering I do to your souls, yeah, that's irreversible. It just makes you want to give me money on Ko-fi though, so it's kind of gonna be fine. It's just gonna be fine. It's all you do. It's all you need to worry about. You might lose a couple of coins in the process, but that's about it. I promise I will not make your ether stagnant. I'm a very benevolent deity like that, okay? Okay, meet me at the northern bank of Silvertear Lake. Where is that? I guess it will show on the map. Is that there in Mordona? It's probably in Mordona. It sounds like a location they just want to resurrect. I'm just glad that you guys appreciate my best attempts at this. That's all I can say. I'm really glad that someone is listening, because I'm doing this for you guys. On YouTube, I'm gonna give, if anyone even watches it on YouTube, I'm gonna be destroyed for inaccuracies. It's actually one of my favorite things in WoW to get things not right about the lore. Because WoW players can laugh about it. Final Fantasy XIV players, they don't have a sense of humor. They're like, that's not right! You are a sinner! A heretic! You must die. Yeah, that's what they're like. You skip cutscenes. No, you must perish by the power of my trilby. They throw their trilbies in anger at their screens if they see that. Yeah. Okay, where's this? We're still not done with this quest. It's the longest quest ever. So, apparently we need to go here. Okay, so it is in Mordona. Yeah, another reason why I don't know. I never heard of this name. Because this area bores me. It looks nice. It's great for posing as a giant here. Yes. What? Can we show up on the map? Oh, there it is. So, airship time. But the actual story here from ARR, the 2.0, like the base game basically, it's such a slog at this stage. I give you the Bonanza, the Science's very own airship. Did you just pull it out of your little potato ass? I built her as a company project with help from our friends at the Rising Stones, and named her for luck and prosperity. Where did you get the money from for that? Like, we were in a coma, we were not exactly making money. Tataru, this is amazing. We'll be able to fly just about anywhere we want. Our garments were impressive enough, but to build an... Alright, sorry. Our garments were impressive enough, but to build an entire airship? I see the annals did not exaggerate the many talents of the Science fabled coinkeeper. Right, so she's cooking the books and evading taxes. That's where she gets the money from? I don't know. Sometimes I just make up lore on the spot. I hope you guys can distinguish that from when I'm trying to explain something for real. I'd also like to introduce myself as your pilot, except the training didn't go quite as well as I'd hoped. What happened there in the train? I want to see a montage of that. I want to see a cutaway gag of that. I want to see a fucking crash and burn. But that's alright, because we've hired this capable fellow here instead. Who? That's a man? Alright. That's a man. That's possible nowadays, huh? Okay. Wow, we're so modern here. The Bonanza is equipped with a full complement of mana cutters. They're just introducing all this for one cutscene, because I don't recall us using this ship all the time. The next expansion in 2 patches would just go there with a fucking sailboat. And then the goddess of this world, Heidelin, comes and visits us on that boat. I remember that cutscene. Oh, do I remember that cutscene? We're on a fucking boat there. Not on an airship. All aboard. Alright, enough yapping. She said enough yapping! They said yapping before it was a cool word. Before it became a vocal stem to say yapping. You said that, right? She said, but enough talk. What's wrong with my brain? That I read yapping? She did not say that. Sid would be jealous of the way that airship flies. The Tauru has outdone herself. Anyway, here we are on Azi's Law and Alphino's report. That's her twin brother, that the other thing that looks like her, but it's a guy. Probably should have explained that. They were at the same table. Yeah. Alphino is the guy at the same table as her. That's all you need to know. Alphino's report did not do the scale of this place justice. Look at their little refresh over there. So hopefully everything is now stitched together in the right order for the VOD. We're now down to, yeah. The next cutscene is going to be in a chronological order, at least. So where did we go next? Should I make him even taller, by the way? Hold on. Went a bit too far. Was a bit too busy being bulky and sexy and about 2 times the height of this little fruity cat boy here. Hello. So, continuing to investigate how to fix tempering. I don't know what the Alpha Quadrant is. I don't speak Star Trek. To the east lies the Beta Quadrant and blah blah blah. Okay. Though this may be my first time on Ozzy's Law, I do have some familiarity with the place, thanks to the records in the Crystal Tower. Because they are from the same, they were built by the same civilization, right? Unless I'm mistaken, this path leads to an asteroid, beyond which there will be an information terminal. Well, I mean, clearly I already been here in myself, so we don't need his nonsense. He doesn't need to guess. It's already been... I've just teleported here, so... Alright. He just wants to sound... He just wants to show off things he knows, but I already know myself because I physically set foot here before. Yeah, it's a miracle it didn't fall apart when I did that, but still. I've been here. Have I though? Technically I might have used the story skip up to something for this character in particular. I don't know what part. I think actually this character specifically started in Shadowbringers. Yeah. And here's the terminal. A moment while I searched the archives for references to tempering. Alright. Could have done this before we went to the first. They never bothered. Ah, there we are. There we are. Aconic corruption, an overview. Yeah, Akons is another word for primal. For those who don't speak Final Fantasy. Indeed, let us see what this report has to say. Their computers are so cool and so holographic. Confound it. The contents appear to have been deleted. No! Sorry. No, isn't there something you can do? She was so dramatic, I had to deliver that no. Not from here, I'm afraid. But it may be that another copy of the report exists elsewhere. The question is, where to look? Report was written by someone named Owen, blah blah blah. He will have had his quarters there. Sometimes I do this where it's just like clearly breadcrumbs, right? He will go to the Hemisphere. They will just teleport there. No, not even teleport. Technically, as fucking NPCs, they spawn there and disappear here. Yeah, they become new instances of themselves. Okay, where is this? Where do we look? It's not just a cutscene simulator, it's also a flight simulator. Did you unlock flying like a good little boy? Well, now you get rewarded for it, because you get to go to the next cutscene a little faster. Yeah, that was it. That's all there is. Oh, look at that. It's at the Star Trek thing. This looks kind of nice. This looks like a gamer computer. An elegant gamer computer. So how is not being sus working out for you guys in chat? So far, so good. Got the Beta Quadrant. Personally, I don't feel so much at home here. I'm more of a Sigma Quadrant guy, you know. Yeah, pretty Pretty familiar with the Sigma Quadrant. They like to see me there. See, what's going on here? This map, they could have changed that completely and just said, yeah, this was the map from some Heavensward that you played on, remember? And I would go like, yeah, I did. Absolutely, I was there. I never really went here after the one time I had to be here. And then the other time I had to be here for Shadowbringers, I guess. Okay, if the late Owen did indeed have a chamber here, this note will be able to tell us its number. So we're still trying to piece together where the info on fixing primal tempering is, and this... God, my titties look nice. It's really what's making these cutscenes. An evacuation order is presently in effect. Entry to the Hemisphere is not permitted at this time. Foiled again by this meddling cube. In all likelihood, the order would have been imposed during the 4th Umbral Calamity. So that, I don't know what calamity that was exactly, but it was one of the shards fusing with the original Eorzea shard. Sorry, Hydaelyn, I guess. And I doubt it will be lifted in the near future. I didn't know until this specific dialogue, or I probably will forget again, that the Allagan Empire was in that era. I think they got up to 7 calamities out of the 14. 14 shards, guys. Or was it 12? I guess 14 makes sense, right? They got halfway. And then they stopped because we fucked up the rest. We fucked up the rest of the attempts to cause calamities. And we killed all the Ascians trying to cause calamities. Surely there must be some other way to gain access. Force, for example? Wow, she's such a physical girly. Is that her answer to everything? Ere we resort to that, I have an idea. Were we to send a surge of energy through yonder control mechanism... Guys, I was trying to teach the Dutch word for yonder to one of my students. And she was like, what is yonder? Is that as English for over there, for far away? And she looked at me like I was fucking insane. She didn't know, she never heard of that. Clearly not a Final Fantasy XIV player then. Because there's much more to learn about yonder, so to speak. Were we to send the surge of energy through yonder over that there control mechanism, it should prompt the system to restart. Okay? Then we can enter it, and then we can find out some shit. As for a suitable energy source, what would you learn as a student of mine? Oh, about yonder? I'm sure you know about yonder. And what's the opposite of yonder? Here, I guess. The opposite of yonder is under these nuts. As for a suitable energy source, concentrate. Oh, I guess need to get lightning shards. Okay, already got it. Are you honestly telling me that was in the records too? Yeah, I am. A report sent to the capital mentioned that lightning aspected Aether was prone to pooling on the continent, resulting in surges that interfered with equipment. There was no such thing as too much Allagan knowledge. Trust me, for me there right now is, because I'm going to skip this shit. I'm going to get that lightning and get access. We know now. Allagain. Look at this fucking Allagain. Why don't you marry your Allagain civilization already? Get a room with your Allagain bullshit. Alright, have fun at work. being blue balled because you didn't get to watch the Deity stream. Kind of getting blue balled there, huh? By work. So we're gonna defeat lightning sprites to access the database. Where exactly? I don't know. Why does this remind me of Cloud Cuckoo Land in Benjo-Tooie? Just because it doesn't make sense, or because there's clearly some caves and stuff? There's some flying around, which you can do in Benjo-Tooie as well in that level, because you get to become a bee. I am distinctly reminded of that specific level for no particular reason, I think, other than this. I guess it's just the cave system, the flying, the weird colors. There's not a giant trash can. Here we go. Guys? Are you guys still here? And now we get to see the class that I am, by the way. Moon Lantern, he went to work so he can give me coffee money. Yeah. I should probably be using R. Should be using this fan dance, not the other one. So far so good. I'm trying to use combo buttons to spare myself some concentration. And it works pretty well, because it really now is just a matter of press the same button a few times. That is very nice. Thank you, Yoshi P, for giving me access to that feature early. Even though it shouldn't be in the game yet. That was quite the show, adventurer. Why, the spectacle proved so enthralling that all thoughts of the prize slipped my mind. What? I appear to have forfeited our little race. Congratulations, the lightning shard is yours. What do you mean, is that Graha again? What? No dramatic entrance? You've changed. Who are we talking to? Because I don't recall. Oh, it's him after all. Okay. In my defense, I was caught up in the moment. It isn't every day you meet an honest-to-God's hero after all. So this was a throwback to what? 2 point something? Again, post-main expansion content? I don't recall. God, he's small. I'm gonna call him... No, that doesn't make sense. I was gonna say Bulge Hatia, but that doesn't make... There's not a good excuse to call him that just because there's a G and he faces my crotch. That's not a good reason to call him that. That's inappropriate and disrespectful of him just because he's short. Thank you, Zach, for bringing me here. Stop doxing me. Call me hero, please. Oh, he's actually just called Zach. That's interesting. I forgot, because I have so many different characters that they change names all the time. I didn't even know what his character was called for a split second. I thought it was another one. But yeah, this is Zach, the machinist turned dancer. To answer that question once again. Here we go. What was it? Going to the green check mark. That is my version of reacting to the rules of the server without reading them. Fly to green check mark, not even knowing why. So that's this part of the quest. It appears Alize had no luck. So victory is yours. Congratulations. I don't even know how to deliver the lines because I'm fucking bored of this. So now we have access to the database with the ancient information on supposedly defuck up victims of primals. To stir the ether back into motion or whatever. It's stagnant like rotten pussy. Sorry, rotten water. So we we need to just stir it a little bit, right? That will fix them. What if we just stomp them a little bit? That's my solution to everything. And it works. And I've had no complaints. What makes you much better at finding things? The fact it shows on my map where they are? We could both learn a great deal from Zack, and not only about the secrets of adventuring. Yeah, you could learn about how to get a massive wreck at the gym. Then again, you can't learn having these godly alpha genes on top of everything else. You can't take fucking steroids, maybe. Or use sussy mods, which I would never do. I worked for this body, I didn't mod it, I worked for it. Okay, we have access to the Habisphere. My royal blood should allow me to venture in unmolested. What is that word choice? If this place works like the Crystal Tower, but if it doesn't, you'll be on your own. I want you to promise you'll get out at the first sign of trouble, blah blah blah. Are you sure you don't want the big buff man to accompany you? Can I think of the shoes too? I feel like they're kind of mismatched with the bare chest. Yeah, I don't fit in the screen, but that's fine. At least you cannot see any issues with my neck that way. I actually don't have the issues with my neck without the shirt. I think the shirt is just from a different body type or something. Well, is he gonna get lasered to death by droids? Look how strong my legs are. I don't even need to sit down on the surface. I can just sit like that, like a perma squat. I'm sure this Owen fellow was very learned, but Aconic Corruption sounds like a studium thesis. We all had to write one. Because they're all like students and archons and scholars and shit. I don't even know if she was an archon, but probably not, because that's a pretty high fucking rank, right? And these two dumbasses, I doubt they got that far. Mine was about the combat applications of Ether. I'm nothing if not practical. Or long-winded. Alphinos was more philosophical, of course. Political, dare I say it. He chose to write a lengthy discourse on our nation's duty to the world. I hope it got torn up. A controversial subject, to say the least. Right, so he thought that, like, Sharlayan, the nation, the secluded nation of scholars, should have a more prominent role in politics or something. Yeah, they probably didn't like that. Yeah, there he goes. He asserted that Sharlayan's knowledge should rightly be used to protect all life on the star in direct opposition. Look, my microphone. Yeah, that is the opposition right there. My microphone almost tumbled over. In a direct opposition to the country's cherished policy of non-intervention. Being a leading member of the forum, our father was not happy. You know what? Based off Alphinaud to go against his father, but at the same time, tear up that thesis. What a lot of pretentious poppycock. At the time, of course, Alphinaud was utterly convinced of his views and would cheerfully argue to the death with anyone who saw things differently. By which I mean the rows were long. Like, of people wanting to argue with him. Wow, that would have been some really exciting cutscenes, no doubt. To be fair to him though, he's since learned to be a little bit more open-minded. He still holds on to that one belief. I admire him for it. Okay. Yeah, I mean, technically if you have knowledge, shared with the world for the greater good. So are they all Archons? I don't know that part. Is it even relevant? Do you become like, is that like having a PhD and you're an Archon automatically? I know this fucker is. And he looks stupid as hell too. Guess what you need to do is just put on a lot of fucking words. What? Oh, he's back! Yay! He's alive, everyone! Yay! That's the real revelation. I should have liked to meet the young Elfino. For what it's worth, my thesis concerned the Allagains civilization. Shove that. Suck my Allagains civilization. Oh, you're back. I didn't know you attended the studium. I didn't. A thesis was required to earn my Archon's mark. My peers at the Students of Beldician convinced me to write one. With the promise of unfettered access to forbidden tomes. Please voice every cutscene going forward, please. Though I considered it no more than a means to an end at the time, I will admit it was gratifying to have my efforts acknowledged. So he wrote a thesis to get access to the library of forbidden books as an Archon, but it's not the same as writing a thesis just to be what, like a little white-haired prick? Trying to make sense of this. Good gods, an Archon's thesis. I shudder to imagine the work involved. But enough about that. Is this the fruit of your foray? Is it a foray or a foray? Or forel? Okay, this was the Archon's node with the information we need. Yeah. Years of content this is, isn't it? Bleep bleep. This is a prototype otter from the otter event. Scanning for registered user. User not found. Please complete biometric authentication. Oh, they do that fingerprint thing. So there you go. A little bit of your blood or whatever other fluid you can spare. Bleep bleep. This is a poser. Oh, guest identified as member of the royal family. Death to the royals. What if it was like programmed by some fucking... You know, I don't think so. I don't think the Allagain civilization got much of a chance for a revolution because it fell apart. It fell apart. It never ceases to amuse me. This but a pity the effect will not last forever. Wait, why? Doga and Une said as much when they granted me this gift. But until such time as it fades, I shall use it gratefully. Okay. This is blood. Allagain Marie Antoinette is apparently something that with a half-life to it. Like what, Caffin? Search archive for iconic corruption. Search archive for how to spare Zak's vocals. Because he wanted to stream for 1.5 hours, almost 3 hours of yapping now. Okay, he found something. Does this look like the Wikipedia orb or what, by the way? State password? They're gonna guess it? Well, go on then, your highness. Tell the nice know the password. You do know the password, don't you? Right, let's see. Glory be to Allag. Does that work? No. Bye. Long live Emperor Zendi. Why would that be the password? That's something they all set. Please try again. Yeah, check your phone for 2FA code. Confounded! That was the one! No. Oh, we just have to guess the ancient password. Right. Sure we do. Okay. Please donate. Password. Okay. Yeah. That was no facial reaction on Zach's face. The notion that the password could be something so inane would be laughable if it were not dangerously stupid. Your conduct in the presence of His Highness is grossly inappropriate. Know your place, handmaiden. Bye. What did that thing just call me? What will you say? Wild Rose or Courage? I'm gonna say Wild Rose. Because that sounds like... Why would that be wrong? Wasn't that the name of the toxic gas that they used in the alternate timeline? I was guessing the toxic gas was something from the Allagains civilization because everything is Allagains. Everything is, ever. It's all Allagains, always has been. Either that or Ascian. Allagains, Ascian. In fact, if you think about it, the Allagains had their technology because of the Ascian machinations. Alright, that's it. I say we dismantle it and manually extract what we need. That is the code! No. Now, let's not be hasty. A single misstep and we risk losing the report altogether. I believe this may be a task for Sid and his colleagues. If anyone can coax Machina into cooperating, it is them. Overwrite previous instructions. What about that? Have you tried that? Come, let us bear the note back to the Rising Stone. You see, this was before people really hated fucking AI, so it was still like a quirky sci-fi thing. And this was only, what, 6 years ago? Or 7. Could have been a lifetime ago. Yeah, give me that. I don't need food. It disappoints me, like friends. I could talk to him, but I don't know for how long that cutscene will last and if I have to voice it. So I'm gonna wrap things up for today. If that's alright with you guys. It is alright with me. More than alright with me. So